What's up? What's up? We're going to do a simple grounding Hatha practice today, just kind of focused on being present with ourselves. So we're going to start off in a simple cross-legged posture. You can have your ankles under your knees and place your palms on your knees. Inhale, feel your spine lengthen, and as you exhale, maybe just shift your weight around a little bit. Feel the points where your body is held by gravity. Now just kind of settle in. Slowly let your head fall over your left shoulder. Take a couple breaths here. Let your right shoulder begin to fall away from your ear. Maybe even walk your right fingertips away from your body. A couple more breaths. You can place your left palm on your head if you want to feel a little bit more stretch in your neck. Lovely. Place your palms back on your knees. Inhale, bring your head back to center. Now exhale, drop your head over your other shoulder. Take a few breaths here. Let your left shoulder hang heavy, pulling away from your left ear. If you want to, you can walk your left fingertips out a little bit from your body. You can bring your right palm on top of your head and just take a couple more breaths. Perfect. Inhale, bring your palms to your knees, bring your head back to center. Take a moment and just close your eyes. As simple as it sounds, just begin to notice the feeling of air coming in and out of your body. You can do this by feeling air coming in and out at the tip of your nose, or by noticing the rise and fall of your chest. See if you can dedicate this short practice to just simply being right here. As you inhale, feel present with your breath, with your body, and as you exhale, just slowly let go of anything pulling you away from being here and now. Take a couple breaths with this in mind. Just letting yourself settle into this practice. Slowly open your eyes, bring your palms to prayer center. Inhale, lift your fingertips up and open your palms. You can follow your thumbs with your gaze if you'd like to. Exhale. Bring your palms back to prayer center. Just starting to connect some breath with movement. Do this a couple times. Inhale, reach fingertips up, open palms. Exhale, bring it in. Taking deep breaths here. Inhale, up and out. Exhale, place your left palm by your left side body. Inhale, reach your right fingertips to the side, feeling a nice stretch in your side. You can look to the side of the room, or you can look under your right armpit. Take a couple breaths. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bring your palms together. Inhale, bring it up and out. Exhale, place your right palm by your right side body. Inhale, reach your left fingertips to the side. Take a couple breaths. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, bring your palms to prayer center and place your palms on your knees. Inhale, lift your fingertips straight up. Exhale, bring the back of your left palm to your right thigh. Place your right fingertips behind you like a tripod. Inhale, find length in your spine. And exhale, find a nice twist. You can either gaze to the side, or if you want to feel it a little bit more, you can gaze over your right shoulder. Just take a couple breaths, just starting to warm up. Feeling present with our body. Inhale, lift your fingertips up. Exhale, find a twist going the other way. This time, left fingertips behind you like a tripod. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, find that twist. Couple breaths. Inhale, lift your fingertips straight up. Exhale, bring your palms to your knees. Lovely. Now from here, you can either kick your feet to the side or roll over your knees. Come to a tabletop posture. We're going to come to a wide-legged extended child's pose. So bring your knees toward the edges of your mat. Kiss those big toes together. Walk your palms a couple inches forward. Let your thighs become heavy. And just begin to sink your sit bones towards your heels. So your wide leg child's pose may be right here. Or you may sink your sit bone all the way towards your heels or anywhere in between. Just find the posture that feels good for you. We're just going to kind of start to get into our hips a little bit. Maybe shift your weight back and forth. You can bring your forehead to the ground if it feels good and take a couple breaths here. You can lightly press your palms into the mat and send your sit bone a little closer to your heels if you want. And just notice your breath. Know that this practice is about you feeling present with your body, you showing kindness to yourself. Really just make the decision to focus on having an internal experience here. Any BS about how any of the postures look, just kind of try to shake that off and just focus on how you feel. Focus how you're showing up for your body. Inhale, shift forward to tabletop. Your palms are right under your shoulders, your knees are right under your hips. We're going to do some cat-cow. Inhale, lift the tailbone, curve your spine, look slightly up. Tuck your toes under, coming into a cow. Exhale, plant the tops of your feet. Send your pelvis forward, engage your abs, round your spine, coming into cat. Do that a couple times. Inhale, find that cow. Just starting to warm up the spine. Exhale, find cat. Inhale, come to cow one more time. And exhale, find a neutral spine. From here, let's just kind of take some hip mobility movements, fun in between, just kind of warming up. You may feel this a nice little massage in your wrists. You can take some figure eights. You can move any way you want. Just kind of feeling the body warm up. Now tuck your toes under. Sit back on your heels and give your feet a little massage here by shifting your weight around. Perfect. Now from here, plant your palms on the mat. Keep those toes tucked and press into a downward facing dog. So you want your fingertips wide, shoulders externally rotated, and your tailbone high. It's okay if your knees are a little bit bent here. You want to go for that long spine. Take a couple breaths, just settling in to your down dog. Now inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, lower heels. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Now maybe straighten one leg at a time. Pedal your feet. Take any little extra movements you want to. Ooh, I feel this in my calves right now. And now inhale, lift your heels. Take some little steps, walking your feet in between your hands. And then fall into your forward fold. Your feet can be together or about hips width apart, whatever feels good for you right now. And then just fall into your forward fold. See if you can let your head hang completely heavy. If your spine was a waterfall and your hair was the top of the waterfall, nothing would be stopping the flow of water. Take a couple breaths. You can even find a bind with your palms and your elbows. Rock back and forth if you want to. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Bring those palms wide, coming all the way up to standing. Exhale. Bring your palms to prayer center. Perfect. Now come to the top of your mat. Take a step back. Bring your feet together and just feel grounded. Take 3 or 4 long, deep breaths here. Again, just focusing on inhale, feel present with your body with this practice. Exhale, just let go of anything pulling you away from being right here. We're going to go into a Hatha Sun Salutation. So inhale, lift your fingertips up and slightly back. Exhale, fold forward from your hips. Bend your knees as much as you need to here. Plant your fingertips. Inhale, step your right foot back. Exhale, drop right knee in top of right foot. Inhale, lift your fingertips, coming to equestrian pose or Ashwasanchalasana. It's pretty hard to say. Take a couple breaths here. Inhale. 1, see if you can pull your abs into your lower spine. 2, your spine is lifting long out of your hips. 3, exhale, plant your fingertips on the mat. Inhale, lift your right knee. Step your left foot to your right, coming into a plank pose. On the next exhale, drop your knees and slowly begin to drop your chest. Keep your elbows hugged into your side and then touch your chin to the mat. Plant the tops of your feet, plant your pelvis. Inhale, begin to lift your chest, coming into Bhujangasana Cobra pose. Exhale, drop your chest. Inhale, come to tabletop and then press yourself back into a downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here. Any extra movements you want to take with your legs, feel free. This is your practice. Inhale, bring your right foot up and back. Exhale, bring your right foot between your palms. This time drop your left knee, top of left foot on the mat. Inhale, lift those fingertips. Take 3 long, deep breaths. 1, 2, one more inhale. Exhale, plant your fingertips on either side of your right foot. Inhale, lift that left knee. Step the left foot to the right. Fall into your forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way to standing. Exhale, bring your palms to prayer center. Inhale, step your left foot back a little bit wider than hips width apart. Send your right foot toward the front of your mat and reach your fingertips wide. Straight line from your left middle finger to your right middle finger. From here, begin to reach your right fingertips as far forward as you can. We're going to move towards a triangle pose, Trikonasana. And then slowly lower your right palm either down to your shin or all the way down to the mat. Lift your left fingertips toward the ceiling. So from here, you can gaze toward the ground, you can gaze toward the side of the room, or you can gaze toward your left thumb. There's a lot of options, but just look wherever you're looking intentionally. Take a couple breaths. Inhale, slowly come up. Exhale, let your palms fall by your side. Now send both your feet toward the side, just slightly pointed in. Inhale, place your palms on your lower back and lean back. Exhale, fold forward from your hips. You can bend your knees as much as you'd like to here and plant your palms on the mat. So in forward folds like this, you're kind of looking for thigh to rib cage connection. So I'd rather your knees be a little bit bent and you to find that connection than have your knees straight and your spine and your back being bent. So you want long spine, head hangs heavy. Just settling into this posture, feeling those hamstrings open up, feeling the calf muscles open up. Take an inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, place your palms on your lower back and come up and slightly back. And then come to neutral spine. Beautiful. This time, kick your left foot toward the back of your mat. Bring your fingertips wide. Inhale, reach your left fingertips as far forward as you can, sending your hip back, and then slowly drop your left palm either to your shin or toward the mat and lift your right fingertips up toward the ceiling. So you can be right here, you can be right here, whatever feels good for you during this practice. Inhale, slowly come up. Let your palms fall by your side. Kick both those feet toward the side of the room again. We're going to go into another forward fold, but this time inhale. See if you can find a bind with your palms. It's like this, behind your back. Inhale, come up, slightly back. And then exhale, see if you can hold the bind and fold forward, remembering to let your head hang heavy. We're going to take 2 more breaths holding this bind. 1, 2. On an exhale, release the bind. Then see if you can wrap your pointer fingers around your big toes. What I like to do here is bend my knees pretty graciously and let my head hang, and then slowly begin to straighten my legs as much as I can while keeping that form. My hamstrings are the tightest part of my body, so I'm definitely feeling this. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, find that bind again, and come up and slightly back. Come to neutral spine, let your palms fall by your side. Step to the top of your mat and just take a couple breaths, feeling grounded. Feel groundedness coming all the way up from the earth through your body. So let your breath settle in your body. Inhale, bring your palms above your head. Exhale, fold forward from your hips, bend your knees, plant fingertips. Inhale, step back to downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here. Now exhale, drop your knees. Bring your forearms to the mat. Point your toes behind you, coming into a Sphinx pose. So pull your shoulders away from your ears, and you can either look directly forward or close your eyes. Take a couple breaths, starting to feel some spine decompression, opening the back a little bit. Now keep your elbows where they're at and externally rotate your palms. From here, inhale, find a seal pose. So for seal pose, if your palms are a bit farther out, it's going to feel more subtle. And if they're closer in, it's going to feel a little more intense. So just find the placement that feels good for you. And when you've found that place, see if you can pull your shoulders away from your ears. There's a tendency to let our shoulders droop like this, but we're really going to feel the openness in our back. So we start pulling those shoulders, look slightly up. Now we're going to go into an active seal pose. So exhale, slowly drop chest toward mat. Inhale, lift it up. Do this 2 more times, just kind of whatever pace feels good for you. Remembering that the farther your palms are out, the more subtle. The closer they're in, the more intense. Exhale. Drop chest back down. 1 more time. Inhale, press up. Exhale, drop down to your mat. Make a little pillow with your forearms. Bring your forehead to your forearms and take 2 breaths here. If I take any more than 2 breaths, then I'm going to take a nap, so you only get 2 breaths. Now point your fingertips behind you. We're going to progressively move into a locust pose. Inhale, slowly begin to lift your chest with the muscles in your back and lift your palms. Take 2 breaths. Exhale, slowly lower chest back down to the mat. Now this time, inhale, begin to lift your chest, lift your palms, and if you're able, also lift your feet. You can gaze directly forward, or you can close your eyes and focus on the space behind your forehead and between your eyes. That third eye. Take a couple breaths. 1 more inhale. Exhale, lower back down. Now, if it's in your practice and your back is feeling open enough, you can come to bow pose, or you can come back to locust pose, the pose we just did. So if you want to move into bow pose, give your knees a bend, find a bind either at your ankles or the tops of your feet. And as you inhale, press your feet against your palms. Come into that bow pose. Look slightly up. Breathing into your rib cage. Let's take one more long deep breath here. Whether you're in locust or bow, exhale, lower back down to your mat. Inhale, press up to tabletop. Bring your knees together. And then from here, fold your rib cage over your thighs. Let your palms fall by your side. Coming into a closed-legged child's pose. After we found that curve in the spine, we want to find some roundedness in the spine. Inhale, come to tabletop. From here, kick your feet to the side or roll over your knees. Come to a seated posture. Place your feet in front of you and then slowly roll onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest and just kind of rock a little bit. Maybe rock forward and backward. Maybe rock side to side. Giving your back a nice little massage here in whatever way feels good. Now let your palms fall open to your sides, coming straight from your shoulders. Drop your knees toward the right and gaze towards your left thumb. Just feeling a nice little twist. If you want, you can place your right palm on top of your left thigh. Just feeling that nice little spinal decompression. This is the last posture for this practice before Shavasana. Inhale, bring your knees back center. Then exhale, drop your knees to the left and look towards your right thumb. If you want, you can place your left palm on your right thigh. Take a couple breaths. Inhale, bring knees back to center. Give yourself a big hug one more time. Show yourself some love. Hug it in. Rock it any way you want to. Now take any little final movements you want to before Shavasana. Maybe point your toes. Maybe reach your palms in front of you. Whatever feels good. And then just let your body hang heavy on your mat. Palms hanging by your side. Shavasana can be translated into corpse pose, so it's pretty explanatory. Just let yourself lie heavy on your mat. We're going to do a couple cleansing breaths, a few cleansing breaths just to close out this practice. Inhale all the way, filling your stomach, your rib cage, your chest. Hold your breath at the top, and then exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose as much as you can. Breathing in life, good energy, the things that are serving you. Hold at the top. Exhale any of the junk getting in the way from the things that are important to you. Take 2 more breaths like this. Inhale. Hold, and let it out. One more time. Inhale. Hold at the top. And now just let yourself lay heavy on your mat. This practice is going to end, but you can stay here as long as you'd like to. Just letting your body rest, feeling gravity holding you on the mat. Thank you so much for practicing with me.